Welcome back to yet another video. Sit down, have a cup of coffee, have some tea. We got a lot to cover today. I want to talk about this crypto cycle where I believe we are in it and like what to do. How do you think about Bitcoin? How do you think about ETH? How do you think about alts? How do you think about your large cap stuff? How do you think about your liquidity pools? How do you think about your portfolio? And no one can predict the market. So I'm not saying that. But we can look at history, we can look at data, and we can look at a couple charts. Now, this is probably one of the most important things, and it plays out every time that you can understand when it comes to these cycles. Please pay attention to this, and in the comments, if anything lands, do let me know. Phase 1, Bitcoin. And let me know in the comments if you've seen this before, if you've studied it. Again, it's a really simple concept. Bitcoin pumps, and at some point, people start taking profits from Bitcoin and moving it into Ethereum. Now, we saw a little bit of that, and this is what the video is inspired by, because someone asked me. They were like, man, Bitcoin shot up like crazy, and then it just started kind of bleeding, and then money started flowing into Ethereum, and then there's also some memes and some alts, and things are pumping, and I think AVAX was up around 18% over the last, I'm going to tell you right now, this is nothing. 30%, 40%, yay. This is nothing. Nothing when it comes to a bull market. Nothing. Let me know if you were around last bull market. There was stuff going. I was in AVAX, and I think I had a couple grand in AVAX. Let's just have a look at Avalanche as an example here. Have a look at the last bull market. I remember buying AVAX. Someone told me to buy AVAX, so I'm like, okay, I'll buy AVAX. It was $12. At the height of the bull run, it was $128. That is not just 20, 30%. And look at where we are now. This is AVAX just for example, of course. We were sitting at around $8, $9 there in the accumulation. Now we're seeing some growth, and we're going to also chat about that in a second. So, traditionally, Bitcoin profits and people's money flows into Ethereum. Then Ethereum sells off, so Ethereum pumps like crazy. Ethereum sells off, it goes to large caps, and then large caps go to alt season. And this is where we saw, I don't know if you remember last bull market, but it was like crazy valuation, like crazy NFTs popping off, all these meme coins and crap coins, and billions of dollars being pumped into some of these projects. And of course, most people lost, but those who got in early got super rich. So just remember this. We're going to see Bitcoin. I highly doubt we'll see 150, 200K type Bitcoin. Then we might start seeing Bitcoin pull back, money move into ETH. My bags are packed with ETH. I think there was some really good buying opportunities during the bear market. And of course, we yield farm. We have liquidity pools, so we're creating cash flow even right now, so we can buy more of this stuff. And then we'll see large caps. And then when it's alt season and a true alt season, you'll know. Like, stuff goes crazy. And we're going to talk about that in a second here. Next up, we got the Bitcoin rainbow chart, the video that Gordon did on this YouTube channel maybe about a week ago. I'll make sure I post it up here somewhere. He covered these in detail. He actually covered a total of almost 8 indicators of where are we in these cycles. And he talked about the Bitcoin rainbow chart. Now, this is probably something you've seen. Again, let me know if you've seen it below. Please also note that not just one chart or one indicator. This isn't gospel here. We're just layering on a bunch of indicators so we can get a lot of perspectives on where we may be in this cycle. So this is broken down as, bubbled territory, sell, seriously sell. Hey, there's FOMO in the markets. People asking, is this a bubble? HODL, still cheap, accumulate, buy. You get the point. And you can have a look at this chart, and you can see in the last bull market, we went from cheap, still cheap, accumulate, hold. Is this a bubble? Remember that first spike we saw, and then it kind of came crashing down, and people were like, is this a bubble? Is this not? Should I hold? Should I sell? And then we went again into sell territory, and then way down into super cheap, into buy, into hold, which again, we love yield farming because we can create yields and then take those yields. And even if we're kind of in hold territory, which you can see is just sitting shy of $100,000, we use Bitcoin as kind of the indicator for the rest. Of course, we just covered this. So understand, when I talk Bitcoin, I'm still really talking about everything else. Bitcoin is just the first mover, so to speak. And, if we saw something like this into 2025, when this chart is on its kind of native website, it kind of predicts around 300K Bitcoin, which again, I think is a really spicy kind of prediction. But this indicator would tell us that we're pretty early based upon the Bitcoin rainbow chart. Then remember this, and I think this is a really important one to just remember. This chart shows accumulation, growth, the bubble. And again, you'll know when you're in a bubble because everyone's going crazy. I think we got a taste a few weeks ago because crypto and Bitcoin, it's been hiding. People have been accumulating. And I think when we saw Bitcoin start pumping and the kind of the Trump effect happening, people were just getting really excited of like, hey, we're finally out of this winter. But it is not the top of any kind of bubble. You'll know when you're in a bubble. It gets wild. Again, let me know If you were part of the bull market last cycle, you know when euphoria was high, when people were going crazy. And then we got the crash. So it looks something like this. Accumulation, growth, bubble, crash. Accumulation, growth, bubble, crash. You get the point. Accumulation, growth, bubble, crash. Here we are. And now we are in accumulation, growth, which I really agree with, and bubble. Bubble gets wild. And I think that's what we're looking forward to in 2025. And that's when we better be laddering out. We better be selling. We better be locking in the profits. I know I've done some videos on selling, and even now it's just getting used to laddering out and getting used to selling, I think is a really strong muscle to exercise, because if you can't take a little bit of profit now, you're going to have a hard time doing it when the bubble hits and when things are going crazy. And again, I think we're well positioned for 2025. I can't predict the future. There could be black swan events, but based upon everything we've looked at, all the research we've done, and just based on history, 2025 looks to be a juicy year. Now, you know I like to hedge against the downside of investing in coins and tokens by yield farming. And you know I'm a big fan of that, because through yield farming, you can accumulate coins and tokens and add it to your bull run without actually having to, I kind of call it free money. You're in a liquidity pool, it's printing you coins and tokens, it's printing you in whatever it's printing you in, and then you're taking that, you're converting it, and you're buying coins and tokens with it. Personally, big fan of that, and that's how we're able to accumulate through any season, even during red days, even during red seasons and accumulation seasons and growth seasons. We're still able to get the coins and tokens that we want to add to our bull run bags and add them. Really hope this was helpful in some way, shape, or form. If it was, like this video, subscribe to this channel. Let us know how we can serve you. We got free courses on the website. We got free crypto DeFi courses. We got the UIG. If you got 25K or more and you're just kind of tired of paying what we call the stupid tax, which we've all paid, by the way, but it's clicking the wrong thing, missing an opportunity, especially when you have a larger portfolio that can add up very quickly. In Fast Track, we work with our clients one-on-one and help them avoid paying that quote-unquote stupid tax. And if you're interested in anything we do, let us know. With that said, I'm going to get out of here. Appreciate you. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and we'll talk soon. Peace.